Bonjour. Welcome to the Homely Cook channel. Today we will learn how a French dish became an icon in the culinary world. Ah, French onion soup. Just the name conjures up images of cozy bistros, crusty bread, and that unmistakable aroma of sweet caramelized onions. But this beloved soup has a history as rich and layered as its flavor, dating back centuries to a time when fancy restaurants were but a twinkle in a gourmand's eye. You see, onions have been a staple food for millennia, embraced by ancient civilizations for their versatility and long shelf life. The Romans, bless their tunics, were particularly fond of onions, incorporating them into countless dishes. It's not hard to imagine Roman cooks simmering up simple onion soups over open fires, perhaps flavored with whatever herbs and spices they could get their hands on. During the Middle Ages, onion soup remained a common sight on tables across Europe, often seen as a humble peasant food. After all, onions were cheap, plentiful, and could transform even the most basic broth into something vaguely edible. It was the culinary equivalent of a warm hug on a cold day, providing sustenance and comfort to those who needed it most. But little did those medieval soup slurpers know that their humble dish was destined for greater things. Just wait until those fancy French chefs got their hands on it. Fast forward to the 17th and 18th centuries in France. Onions were still readily available, but culinary arts were experiencing a renaissance of sorts. Chefs were experimenting with new techniques and flavors, and French onion soup, as we know it today, began to take shape. Now, legend has it that French onion soup has a royal connection. The story goes that a young King Louis XV, famished after a long day of hunting, or perhaps just a particularly tiring game of cards, found himself with a bare cupboard, nothing but onions, butter, and champagne. Desperate times called for desperate measures, so he whipped up a simple soup. Whether the story is true or just a tasty tale, it captures the essence of French onion soup, transforming simple ingredients into something extraordinary. It was during this period that the use of beef broth became common, adding a depth of flavor that elevated the soup from humble to haute. By the 19th century, Paris was a bustling metropolis, and its famous central market, Les Halles, was the heart of it all. Vendors and market workers toiled through the night, and the aroma of freshly baked bread and brewing coffee filled the air. But amidst this symphony of scents there was another contender, French onion soup. Stalls selling steaming bowls of the soup popped up around Les Halles, offering a warming and fortifying meal to workers and revelers alike. Imagine, after a long night of revelry, what could be more satisfying than a hearty bowl of French onion soup? Its rich broth chasing away the chill and its cheesy croutons soaking up any lingering effects of a tad too much wine. French onion soup became synonymous with Parisian life, a symbol of the city's vibrant street food culture. It was the perfect example of French culinary ingenuity, simple, affordable, and utterly delicious. Section 4. From bistros to the world, French onion soup goes global. After World War II, French cuisine experienced a surge in global popularity. Suddenly everyone wanted a taste of Parisian elegance, and French onion soup, with its fancy-sounding name and comforting flavors, fit the bill perfectly. As French restaurants opened their doors in cities around the world, French onion soup became a menu staple. It transcended borders and cultures, appealing to palates far beyond the cobblestone streets of Paris. Today, French onion soup remains a beloved comfort food, enjoyed in homes and restaurants alike. It's a testament to the enduring power of simple ingredients and time-honored techniques. Section 5. The anatomy of deliciousness, deconstructing a classic. So what exactly makes French onion soup so special? It all comes down to a harmonious balance of flavors and textures. First, we have the star of the show, the onions. Slowly caramelized until they're meltingly soft and deeply golden brown, they provide a sweetness that forms the backbone of the soup. Then there's the beef broth, rich and savory, adding depth and complexity. And let's not forget the crusty bread, generously coated in melted Gruyere cheese, forming a lid that traps in all that steamy goodness. But the real magic happens when all these elements come together in perfect harmony. Each spoonful is an explosion of flavor, sweet, savory, salty, and cheesy, all dancing on your tongue. It's no wonder that French onion soup has captured the hearts and stomachs of food lovers for centuries. Please like, share, and comment on the video, and subscribe to the channel for more such content. Merci.